Amongst all the big budget releases in 2016, such as Batman vs Superman and Captain America Civil War, an ambitious director came up with a thriller movie that took the whole world by storm with its intense tone and engaging screenplay. In today's video, we're going to talk about its much anticipated sequel, which is the horror thriller Don't Breathe 2. What's up, all you showmen and showwomen around the world? Welcome to another edition of ShowmaNation. If you're new to this channel, then make sure to hit the subscribe button with the bell icon, and make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram by clicking on the links in the description box so that you guys get regular updates about the channel and about my videos. Now, with that out of the way, Don't Breathe 2 is a horror thriller movie that is a direct sequel of the 2016 hit horror movie Don't Breathe, and it is the first movie that has been directed by Rhoda Sayegh, and it stars Stephen Lang, who reprises his role from the first movie as the blind man. The movie picks up 8 years after the events of the first film, and now we see that our lead character, Norman, or the blind man, played by Stephen Lang, is now living a very quiet life in an isolated cabin where he's raising this young girl who's been orphaned from a house fire. Their quiet and peaceful life gets shattered when a group of kidnappers show up out of nowhere and take the girl, forcing Norman to save the girl by resorting to his particular set of skills. Now, that was a little premise about the film, and now if I have to point out all the good parts, then I'll start with... Now guys, this movie is actually quite different from the first movie, because while the first movie was a home invasion thriller with some brilliantly induced horror elements to it, this movie was more like a gory revenge thriller, which is suspenseful at best. It had a lot of action sequences compared to the first movie, and they were quite unique and were very well done, which made it really cool to watch. The camera cuts were quite amazing as well, especially during the thrilling sequences, as the transition between the camera angles adds even more suspense to the scenes. Stephen Lang does a good job yet again as this reclusive, scary old man, and he was still able to keep his ominous screen presence as he had in the first film. This movie was basically a redemption story for Lang's character, because while in the first movie we see his character get completely demonized by the end, even though he was the victim at the start of it, in this one, we see him trying to redeem himself and to make up for his past mistakes through the little girl. The director tried to humanize the character and establish him as this anti-hero by demonstrating moral ambiguity within him. And he even wanted us audience to sympathize and even root for the character, even though he was a monster in the first movie. And I would say that he was successful in doing it, because by the end, it basically becomes a choice between the lesser of the two evils. Now, that was all the good parts of the film, and now I have to point out a shitty parts that I'll start with. Now guys, as someone who absolutely loved the first movie because of its unique setup and amazing direction, I was really looking forward to its sequel, and I must say guys, it was very disappointing. The sequel shies away from anything and everything that made the first movie so special, and it'll just shatter any excitement that you might have had before watching this movie. Like, while the first movie was one of the best, if not the best, edge-of-your-seat thriller with an extremely dark plot with a very amazing twist by the end, this one was basically your regular revenge thriller that we usually see from Liam Neeson. Like, in simple terms, imagine that the first movie was like the classic horror movie The Shining, while the second one is basically Liam Neeson's Taken with just a blind Liam Neeson. Besides dropping everything that made the first movie such a unique experience, the plot of this movie was quite predictable and sometimes stupid, and it wasn't even thrilling or engaging enough. And you'll have a hard time believing that this is a sequel of that amazing first film. Now, that summed up all the good parts and the shitty parts, and now it's time for my verdict. While I can safely say that Don't Breathe is one of the best, if not the best, thriller movie that I've ever seen, Don't Breathe 2 does not live up to its predecessor at all. While after watching the first movie, I was just completely shocked and in awe by the sheer brilliance of that film, the second movie left a very bad taste in my mouth, as the whole time I felt like I was watching a completely different movie which is just a watered down version of the first film with some extra unnecessary gore in it. I'm gonna give this movie a solid 5.3 out of 10. To all you guys who stuck by throughout this video, I just want to say thank you very much, guys, and I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel by hitting the bell icon, because I'm gonna upload new videos every week, and I would love it if you guys were a part of this nation. Until next time, bye for now.